It's a little different one, so a little more nervous.
Hello and good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning, Dave.
We gotta try that once more. Good morning.
Good morning, Dave.
Well, howdy doody, and how are you? My name is Dave. I'm the music director and willing, voluntold guy here for this Soulshine team. Give it up for Soulshine, please. I like the. We're here to sing a couple songs with you, but you know we don't do that from our seats. We stand up, we sing from our feet. We're gonna do a couple old favorites, I think. This one I wrote back in 2008, I think it was. And I'll start with my little verse, then we'll sing together. How's that sound? Good. I'm all assuming you're agreeing with me. Here we are. In this room, knowing we are one. Together we will always be messengers of love. Here we go. Wherever we go. Wherever we go in peace. Wherever we go in love. Wherever we go,
we are one.
We are one. Do that again. Wherever we go. Wherever we go in peace. Wherever we go in love. Wherever we go, we are one. That's your part. You sing that. Sing. Wherever we go in peace. Wherever we go in love. Wherever we go, we are one. Wherever we go in peace. Wherever we go in love. Wherever we go, we are one. Holy, 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 I am. Holy, 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 I am. Sing with us. Holy, holy, holy. Wherever we go in peace. Wherever we go, wherever we go, wherever we go, we are one. Wherever we go, wherever we go, wherever we go, we are one. We are one, we are one, we sing that note. We are one, we are one, we are one. Get up for Soul Shine.
Still haven't found my shoes. Still looking. Still looking. Welcome, everyone. My name is Nate Hitchcock. I'm going to be your flight attendant this morning on this journey. Unity Flight, what is it, 1125, 2024? Flight 1124? The flight attendants get this correctly. Our ultimate destination today is oneness, but we're going to take a quick stop at integrity and a little bit of self-love on the way. If you don't know where you're at Unity Community of Central Oregon, and we are a wild soul sanctuary. If you're new here, don't be alarmed. It's just some people heading for the exits, to the aft and the fore. Anyhow. If you want to learn about what that's about, come in December to Rafe Perlman's concert. He introduced us to our inner howl, and we've adopted it at our as a community here. Let's go ahead and read our mission statement this morning. Stand together to create a global ecosystem of unity, deep wisdom, and loving kindness. And this is a time in the service where we like to take a deep breath, let go of all the angst and troubles of the week, perhaps the angst and troubles that may have arrived for you this morning trying to get here on time. I notice there's a few lagging souls coming in, but we still love you. As our mission statement says, all are welcome, even if you're not on time. But we want to set an intention for ourselves, for this community, as to what we want from this service. Our speakers and our presenters, our singers, feed on your energy up here. They respond to the intention we're setting now. They, at a deep, unknown, unrecognizable level, understand there's something you need to hear today. And if we settle into that knowing, settle into what it is you're looking for from this service, the people on this stage can help bring that to you. So we're really glad you're here today. Let's go ahead and take 2 minutes and go greet our neighbors. Hi.
I said, filled up a little.
It did. Good morning. I'm Nate. Nice to meet you, Michelle. Hi, Ron. I'm Nate. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Nate.
Nate, okay.
Good to see Eric. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the captain has illuminated the safety belt sign. Please return to your seats. Put your tray tables in the upright position. Time for us to head on to our next stall. All right. You know, we didn't used to do that here. And it's amazing. As soon as it was proposed and we tried it out, it was an immediate hit. Ironically, the first time we tried to say, stay in your seats. That was somewhat comical. It just didn't work. Like telling kindergartners not to eat the cookies. All right, this is an all volunteer-run community. With the exception of a couple paid employees, this is a purely volunteer-executed service and community. And so this is the time where we like to acknowledge those important volunteers. We've got our speaker, Kevin Kubota, the biggest volunteer I know today. We've got Soulshine doing some great music. I caught a smidgen of the warm-up. They sounded amazing. We got a little Tom Petty happening today. Dave's back there saying don't jinx it, but I say let's hold the energy of some amazing music, which they bring us every week. And then, of course, we always have our AV team doing amazing things each and every week, bringing this out to the whole world, not just the audience in the house tonight. But most importantly, we also have a lot of behind-the-scenes members who are doing things that we don't see, like cleaning the toilets and washing dishes and mopping floors and things like that, and even expanding our seating capacity, because last week we had such a big house, we had to bring in more chairs. So here we are growing week by week. So that's thanks to you guys and your loving energy. We also have our chair of remembrance, which is where we can place those who are not able to be with us, either in person or perhaps they've passed on. Four-legged variety is also thoroughly welcome up here. Those are some of the most important people that have passed on in my life, given my relatively young age. I haven't had a whole lot of the human passing on, but so many of the furry friends. So we'd like to have them here in our hearts, in our prayers, but they can join this service with us. And lastly, we want to do our land acknowledgement, because this land wasn't always our land. This land was previously occupied and stewarded over by the Wasco, Warm Springs, Klamath, and Paiute tribes. And so we like to acknowledge that this was their land, and we like to acknowledge the good works that they did here and try to embrace that in our hearts and live up to their example. All right. Celebrations. Do we have any Utes in the house? Can I have a couple of Utes who want to pass some mics around? I'd love to have two of them. I see one over here. All right, we've got two young ladies, two Utes. Fellow lover of the movie. All right. Okay, can one of you guys go to this side of the room and one of you guys go to that side of the room, and keep your eyes out for those hands. All right, hold those hands up real high. If you have something you want to celebrate, you want to manifest more of in your life, if you want to just acknowledge is awesome, just like this. She knows how this is done.
Last week, I celebrated my successful eye surgery, and I can see again. I'm so grateful. But I want to celebrate all the people who prayed for me, because I know that was such a big thing as far as my surgery and healing goes. So thank you, everybody, for your prayers and your loving thoughts.
My very best friend, Krista, is here today, and I'm just really excited. And also, her kids are moving here, too, so she'll be here more often.
I'm celebrating that both of my business projects won large grants this past week. Yeah. Thank you. It's my nonprofit around the Bend Farms and also my sustainability co-op, and they're both six-figure grants, so it's really exciting.
I'm celebrating that my mom is joining us on Zoom for the second time. I grew up going to Unity Church. She's in Minnesota, so She would love if we all said, "Hi, Mom."
All right, we've got one more on this side. Do we have anything over here?
Okay, I just want to acknowledge the poets that showed up. Oh my goodness, we had new people, we had people who've never shared poetry, we had people who weren't going to share anything and did, and I just got reminded about magic. We create magic together, and it inspired me so much. I will be doing more events, workshops, and poetry events, so stay tuned.
I'm just going to do a quick celebration for our family kitchen team yesterday. If you volunteered yesterday at the family kitchen and made lunch, stand up, you guys, so we can get around. And we had so many volunteers. Thank you. But right now we just do a group from Unity every other month, but I think we're getting more people who are available and interested, so I want us to start doing it monthly. So if you are interested in being notified of when that will be happening, you can let Kevin or I know, or go on our website, and we have our contact us form, and just say, hey, get me on the family kitchen list, and we'll send you an email with the dates and see if you're available. So.
Awesome, out doing good work in the world. Okay,
This is a
looks like we
good
got one more.
segue. So I wanted to celebrate that when we did our Bend Project Ask last time from y'all for that we were kind of lagging, and y'all listened, and I want to celebrate that my trunk was nice and full. We had at least, how many bags? 20? 50? Yeah, 15, 20 bags filled from y'all. And so this is also another reminder, actually, these bags are in there, and grab one and drop it off next Sunday, and I will take it. And this is an important time to, fill those bags with food for folks during the holidays especially. So thank you guys, and keep it coming.
All right. We got one more.
I wanted to celebrate Ruth being with all of us last week, whether she was up here, hanging out with the healers, running a leadership workshop, or on the phone for all of us that weren't in the places she needed us to be. She's using the term interim, and the idea that she most wants for all of us to hear is she's a bridge. And I think you all experienced that last week. Her magic, her skills, her depth, her love for unity, community, people are par none. So I would like to celebrate her contribution and her gentle entry into our community.
I'd like to celebrate our Earth Care celebration today. So there was a frog called the Sierra Nevada yellow frog, I believe, who went almost extinct because of a fungus that took over the lakes, and it was deadly to the frogs. So about 20 years ago, this one woman, scientists decided she started taking them out and breeding the resistant ones. And so it took her like 17 years, and now they've reintroduced them to the lakes, so this in Yosemite Valley, and so they make a particular sound that hasn't been heard in like 17 years, and so now they're back, and all the frogs they put in are resistant to that fungus, so they think they're going to be living for like 50 years or more there at least. So, and so one other thing, so we're going to be doing an Earth Care tip for the holidays, and that's because I just learned this week that for every pound of garbage that we generate in our house, it's 17 pounds of upstream garbage is generated because of packaging in the manufacturing. So to reduce waste, we're going to give a tip this week, and they're going to be out on the board too, but the tip is to try to give experiences to people this Christmas or Hanukkah, this holiday season, where you can do something like a ski lesson or pet sitting or babysit their kids or give them some sort of crafting lesson. There's all kinds of watercolors, so much in this area that you could do for lessons and stuff. So instead of actually going out and buying something, you could give an experience. So that's our tip.
I have my own celebration. About 3 days or 4 days ago, I turned double digits. I turned 10 years old, so I'm celebrating that.
We spend the first part of our life wanting to grow up quickly, and the second part of our life wanting to slow it down. Oh, okay. Speaking of those wanting to grow up quickly, do we have any kiddos who are coming up to do our youth program today? I see the same too. All right, Genesis. Oh, there's more. They're coming out of the cracks of the woodworks. And Ilana, did you have an announcement for us?
Well, I have an announcement first, and then Ilana, you come on. Okay. So we would like to do a big thank you to this beautiful woman, Genesis, Ilana. And today is going to be her last day doing the kiddos on a Sunday. She just has other personal commitments and is no longer able to be part of the regular youth care team. But she still is going to be part of our Unity family. And she's directing the Christmas play with the kiddos. So she has just put, for the past few years, a huge amount of energy. So we have flowers and chocolate for you. But she has just done an amazing job, so thank you, Genesis. We're so grateful for all the work you've done. When you're ready, you are always welcome back to help with the kiddos again. They would love it.
One quick announcement also before the kids go off with Genesis. We're trying to get more consistent volunteers with the youth program. Our goal is to get people booked out by the month so that we don't have it last minute. Right now there's this sign-up sheet. If you've had a background check, then you're available to volunteer with the kids. If you would like to volunteer but haven't before, talk to me or Claire or Jane, but probably me or Claire more. Give Jane a break. But yes, sign up here or talk to one of us. There's a couple days in December.
All right, Genesis, what are we up to today with the kids? Are you doing the kids today? Yes? Yeah. Excellent. You guys know what you're up to yet?
Hello, what a warm welcome, by the way. I'm so glad I don't have to exert my voice so loudly, but thank you so much for that, warm, really acknowledgement of all the things that I've done for the youth and everyone here in the community. Thank you. And the wonderful flowers. I feel like a superstar. Thank you.
And I forgot to mention, she also was here yesterday decorating the Christmas tree and making it all Christmassy up here for us.
Thank you. But we're creating gratitude bracelets today, and so it's still in the theme of gratitude for this month. And so hopefully all these wonderful kiddos that we have here do feel the gratitude in every beat that they put together. And we're very excited to have that to be our activity for today. Thank you.
All right. Now's the time where we like to bless these beautiful kids. We appreciate the holy gift you are. We see the divine light shining from you. May you always know what a treasure you are. May you always bring your gifts freely and fully to the world. Namaste. All right, beautiful ones, have fun out there. Thank you, Genesis. Announcements. The beautiful Claire's going to come up and tell us what's happening around here.
I'm going to come up and tell you what's going on this week. All right. What do we got, Ilana? Oh, Nico has to wait. There's a little shift right now that always happens with the slide. So then. Oh, it's just not working? Okay, so I know.
Here we are.
There we go. Okay, just every Sunday night we have our sound bath, so that is happening regularly tonight. It's amazing at 6 o'clock, so come here and enjoy Lisa and Donna and didgeridoo and bowls and flute and all kinds of yummy stuff. And then we also have Wednesday evening. I would need to confirm with this. Who's Carrie or who's here? Carrie or Beth? Wednesday evening is happening this week. Okay, yep. So deep dive, we started this a couple months ago, and this is for those of you that kind of really connect with Spirit in a quieter and like a quieter meditation service. So we have some beautiful members who have started a Sunday or a Wednesday evening service. It's at 6. And so you can talk to Carrie back there. She'll raise her hand if you have questions about it, but it's in the newsletter. We send out a little text reminder about it. So if that resonates with you, she'll appear on Wednesday evening for that. And then next one on Thanksgiving Day, if you do not have plans or you're a solo person, Donna is hosting her second annual vegan Thanksgiving here at 1 o'clock on Thanksgiving Day. And if you need ideas for recipes and go, well, maybe you aren't familiar with what is a vegan recipe, I'm not sure what to make, she has a ton of amazing, amazing ideas. So it should be super yummy. It's a potluck. So that will be happening. And then the day after Thanksgiving, we did this a couple of years ago and was super fun. Bring your leftovers. And we're going to have another potluck on Friday at 5. And this will also be a little dance party in here. We'll have some fires going. We're going to do the Earth Cares. We're going to kind of just do a little gratitude prayer or affirmations and just enjoy and have fun. So we hope you can join us. No RSVP. Just come and bring leftovers. Make it easy. We want it to just be easy and show up in community. Let's see, and then Anna talked about Ben Food Project donations are for next Sunday, so grab a green bag. You don't need a green bag, but if you want it, it's your reminder in your trunk of your car to say, oh, that's right, I gotta grab some things. So, and we don't, and then Anna takes those to the different food banks around town. And then we are starting our Giving Tuesday. It's kind of that time of year where we have a lot of beautiful things that we want to try and do next year. Our goal is $25,000. We have already raised about $6,000, so we're partway there, but we will be doing, that's just something for you to keep in mind during the holidays. If this is an organization that you would like to support, do an end of year contribution for, we would love your help with supporting that. And I think, is that it? Oh, we got what? Yeah, this is the really fun, important one. Kevin and I are doing a trekking pilgrimage to Machu Picchu, and with our amazing, amazing guide in Peru, and this will be next May. So if you have questions or are interested in joining that, it's going to be a really powerful event, and it's kind of, we're going places that you cannot get to unless you hike to them. So in the Andes Mountains and to some amazing Incan ruins. So let us know if you know somebody who would be interested in that. Send them to that website. And is that okay? And grab printed calendars out there, look on our online, and sign up for our newsletter. There you go. Done.
Sweet.
Okay.
Thank you, Claire. Always a lot going on around here, and it's always great stuff. And if anybody's going to Peru and they have a really big suitcase, I've been practicing folding myself up in a tight little ball. So, all right, Soul Shine. I'm gonna come and gift us with some beautiful music.
Well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. No, I'll stand my ground. Won't be turned around. And I'll keep this world from dragging me down. Gonna stand my ground. Won't back down. stand my ground, and I won't back down. Well, I know what's right. I got just one life in a world that keeps on pushing me around, but I'll stand my ground, and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground, and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground, and I won't back down. No, I won't back down. Tom Petty is in the house.
Shine? Any Tom Petty fans in the house? Yeah. All right. I love the variety of music they bring up on stage. I think it's great. So it is my complete and utter pleasure to introduce our speaker today, Kevin Kubota. I am honored to call him one of my best friends. Met him several years ago, and life has been better ever since, to be quite honest with you. He's here to give us a talk about integrity, which appears to be sorely needed in our society nowadays. We can feel it sort of going downhill, can't we? The commitment to it, yeah. But we're here to raise that vibration, right? And that's why Kevin's here today, to help us bring it back to ourselves, and in doing so, we can bring it back to the world. So let's give Kevin Kubota a big round of applause.
Hi. I'm going to share some things that I haven't shared with very many people, and some personal things today. It's a little hard. I'm a little nervous, but I feel like I'm in a safe space. Is that okay with you guys if I get real? Okay, good. Well, I got a funny story for you then. Start off. When I was in college, my first short-lived career was fashion design, and I went to school for that. You're like, right. One of my best friends in college, his name was Pierre, and Pierre was from Belgium, and he smoked hand-rolled cigarettes that he sprinkled with tobacco and a little bit of marijuana for some extra flavor in there. And Pierre he came with his family to be a fashion designer. We both were going to school in Los Angeles. He was a very eclectic person, this Pierre. And we would hang out, we'd start to hang out together, and we'd go out to dinner, and one of our favorite places was all-you-can-eat sushi down in Santa Monica, and we'd go out there every once in a while. And one day I called Pierre, and I said, hey, you want to go hang out? Let's go to get sushi tonight or something. He goes, no, I don't want to. I was like, waiting for because I've got to do my hair or something, right? And you're like, no, I don't want to. So I was like, okay. And I was a little put off. But then I started to think about it. I'm like, well, that was Pierre. He was Mr. Honesty. He always said what was on his mind. He would always tell me, I'd show him my designs that I'd drawn up, and I'd say, hey, what do you think of this design? He goes, I don't like it. But the next week I'd show him one, and he goes, I love that. I love that. So I knew that when he said he loved it, he meant it. Because he would tell me if he didn't, no doubt about it. The next day after that, Pierre called me and he said, hey, you want to come over and hang out at my house? I knew he wasn't upset. You know, there was no hard feelings, whatever. So I go over to his house. He lived with his mom and his sister. And I walk in the house, and normally his mom's in the kitchen, you know, cooking, doing some artwork. She was kind of eclectic herself, but she was quiet. And I walk in the house, I'm like, Pierre. And I hear out the back room, come inside, I'm in the back room. So I'm like, cruise into the back, walk past the bathroom door, which is wide open, and I'm like, and there's Pierre, feet up on the toilet seat, squatting, rolling a cigarette, and trying to have a bowel movement. And at first, he's like, what's going on, Kevin? So I kind of like, pretending like it's cool. Yeah, man, nothing. Where's your mom? Oh, she's in the bedroom with her lover. Like, all right, I'm going to go sit down over here and wait for y'all then. So I go, and I sit down and I wait. And that was just Pierre. His whole family. And, you know, he would dress, he'd make his own clothes and everything else, and he would dress pretty much what I would consider like a clown, except a little less colorful. I guess kind of like me, maybe sometimes. But he was his own man. Like, I loved Pierre because I always knew where we stood. I knew that he meant what he said, and he wouldn't say it if he didn't mean it. And that stuck with me for the rest of my life. So today we're going to talk about integrity as an inside job. And there are really, what I've discovered are three facets to integrity. There's an outward integrity, which is kind of what Pierre projected, which was you're honest, you're reliable, you're stable, you're predictable. People know that about you. That's your outward integrity. And then there's an inner integrity. That is that you are doing what you actually want to be doing. People don't always know that. Are you living the life that you want to be living? Are you living as the person you want to be living? Are you presenting the best you in every situation? Some people can't see that, but they'll sense that. And what we're going to discover is that that is a vital part of your happiness, your health, and your well-being. The third part of it is a spiritual integrity. And a spiritual integrity is that you live the truth you know. Does that sound familiar to anybody here? It's a principle of somebody's, right? What is that? Is it a unity thing, maybe? Yeah. Unity, fifth principle, is we don't just learn about spirituality, but we live that truth. We act from it. You can't say, I believe I'm one with everything, but I'm not going to treat those people like I'm one with them, right? That's not living from your spiritual integrity. And it turns out that there are very real challenges to us living in integrity. And one of those challenges, of course, is the media, society, the way we're raised and taught that you have to project this sort of image, you have to be this sort of person in everybody's eyes, you have to be controlled, you have to be a certain way, which is, pardon my French, bullshit. You don't have to be a certain way. You can be yourself. And if somebody doesn't like that, too bad for them. And that's really, really hard for us all to let go of and to just be who we are. We like to think here at Unity that we welcome all you strange critters. As weird as you are, we love it. It makes this place more vibrant, more exciting, more interesting. There we go. Speaking of which, so there are these challenges that we have to break through those barriers that society and our family and our upbringing places on us. And once we do, magic starts to happen. Okay? Why does it matter? I'll tell you why it matters. Here's the science part of it. Lots of studies will show when they take, I'm not sure exactly how they determine integrity, but when they measure someone's integrity and low integrity, they find 18% lower risk of lung disease, 11% lower scores on depression scales, and I've found some that are up to 51% lower depression scale, fewer limitations with mobility, and improved performance in activities of daily living. Now, this is weird, right? Like, how does this have anything to do with integrity? But think about it. If you are constantly split inside because you are doing something that you don't want to really be doing, or you're saying something you shouldn't be saying, or you're feeling something that you don't understand why you're feeling, or you're not acting out of the truth, it's going to eat you up inside. And it does, and it manifests like this. Statistics. We don't want to be a statistic. There's a really smart guy named Mahatma Gandhi who said, happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. And that's it right there. That is the essence of integrity. What you think, what you say, what you do is integrity, is in harmony. Now, just think for a moment, all of us. Nobody's going to have to share anything, but think about, is there something that you regularly do, think, or feel that you just know is not in integrity, not in harmony with what your true core belief is? Does anybody have anything? You guys may be more enlightened than I am, because I know I'm still working on it. Yeah, okay, good. Good. And it's okay. We're going to talk about why that's okay. Because integrity is not it's not a destination, it is a journey. And anyone who tells you I am in perfect integrity, if I stood up here and told you that, I would be lying my arse off. But you can tell when you're on a journey, and I'll tell you how in just a moment. And I want you, if you have a notebook, a piece of paper, if you don't have it with you, I had some cards, I forgot to give them out. But I want you to think about this. If you have something to write on, write it. Make a mental note if you don't have something to write. And this is kind of important, because acknowledging where you're at is the first step to improvement, right? So what are 3 things that you feel are hidden inside of you right now that you wish you could express or do or be, that you just have held back for some reason? Like, really go deep. You want to be a Chinese acrobat? Fashion designer? Trust me, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Are there things that you wish you would say more often to people that you don't because you're afraid? I don't know, one of those things is, for me, is I love you. I've learned in my later years that that's not such a scary thing to say anymore. It used to be. So some steps to growth. First of all, and really, really important one, awareness. And here's the big thing. Being self-critical is not the same as being self-aware. Sometimes we confuse the two, right? You're beating yourself up. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. That's being self-critical. Claire gave me a great example the other day. We had a newcomers dinner, which was fabulous, by the way. Who was at our newcomers dinner? I see a couple over there. We had somebody else over there. Good. So you guys didn't know this, but after you guys left, she's like, dang it, I should have offered them coffee. Oh, I should have had something else. I should have done that. I totally forgot about this. I totally forgot. And then after a while, she says, no, wait a minute. Why am I beating myself up? All I need to do is say, next time, I'm going to try to remember to offer coffee, because that would be nice. Done. And it was like a big shift. It was a simple thing, but she was sharing with me what a big shift it was to take it from being self-critical to self-aware. And that's all we need to do to take the next step and grow. Fantastic book, by the way, The Way of Integrity, Martha Beck. I read this last year, and it really started, boom, opening my mind as to the power of integrity. And one of the things that she says in there is, know what you really know, feel what you really feel, say what you really mean, and do what you really want. Sounds impossible, doesn't it? And yet, it is the key. Sounds selfish, but it's not. You can say what you really feel without hurting somebody's feelings. You might hurt them, but you can say it in a kind way, like Pierre used to do. Just say what you feel. He didn't say, no, I don't want to go out with you, I hate you. He just, no, I'm going to stay home tonight. Does anybody have a problem with this challenge? Yeah? Thank you. Me too. If you are a journaler, this is a really powerful way to start becoming more self-aware, not self-critical, but to write down the things that you saw yourself doing that you could do better, and just start writing. Next time I will, boom. Next time I will, boom, in your journal. And you notice them. And as you start to catch them, they start to disappear. And those little things float away. Here's one that I really feel is powerful. Sounds like a paradox. Say yes more often, say no more often, and say, I don't know more often. What does that mean? Yes more often. Don't be afraid to try things. It will push you out of your comfort zone, that are expand. I want to be that clown fashion designer. I'm going to do it. Yes, I'm going to do it. You could say no. Claire will probably say, no, Kevin, I don't think that's a good idea. Let's stick with cleaning the garage today. Saying no doesn't mean just, poo-pooing everybody's ideas. It means saying no when you really don't feel you should be doing something. You get invited out, and in how many of, okay, guilty. You get invited out by somebody you don't really know, and you're like, I don't think I would really actually enjoy hanging out with them. So they call you, hey, want to go to coffee with me? And you're kind of like, I'm getting my hair done, or whatever it is, I got to change the oil in my car all next week. I'm totally changing oil all next week. I can't do it. And then, of course, inside, you're now torn up because you lied. Even though it's designed not to hurt somebody's feelings, you were not being honest. And there's a little chip on that divide in your internal alignment. There's a way to say, no, I can't, or I'm not feeling it, or maybe when I like you better, I'll go out with you, or whatever it is. It's okay to be like Pierre and to say, no, I just really don't feel like it. And it's going to be hard, and I guarantee you, you will build more respect for yourself by being straight up honest with everybody than by making excuses that they're going to see through anyway. Saying no, I don't know is vitally important, because if we think we know everything already, is there any room for growth? Nope. I don't know. Good answer. I don't know is the most powerful thing you can do, because it opens a door to everything changing, everything possible. Every new experience you could possibly want is now ready to rush in when you say, I don't know if I'd like that or not. I don't know if I'd like going out to coffee with you, but I'll try. And you. I might go out to coffee with you. I think I'd like it. I don't know. The thing is, there's an impact, there's a snowball effect of this when you're living in your integrity. And this past year, I've had the opportunity really to think about the facets of integrity through the lives of 3 of the closest people to me who have died this year. My mom, my dad, and one of my best friends named Stephen. My dad was a good man, brilliant, he was honest, he had outward integrity, but he had a misalignment with the internal integrity of being able to express emotions in a healthy way. He was great at expressing anger, frustration, but he was not great at compassion, sympathy. I never heard him say anything along the lines of compassion or sympathy to anyone. I never saw my dad cry his entire life. I never saw him get so overwhelmed with beauty in the world that it just brought tears to his eyes. And it's not to say that my dad was a stoic person. He loved to laugh, and he was a great sense of humor, and he'd listen to music, and he'd read books to us, and he did all that good stuff. But his challenge was he was not emotionally available or vulnerable to anyone. When he was close to passing, my sister and I went and we would visit him there. And he, probably about a week before he died, he opened up to us and he said, "My biggest fear is that something will happen to me and my family won't be here," because he was in a care home. And when I had told him that my best friend had died, he sort of looked away and he said, And it hurt that was all he could muster, but I also knew that was what he was capable of. That was his integrity challenge for his entire life. Now, my best friend that had just passed, that I was telling Dad about, he passed in September, and he was the most incredible stand-up, standing tall, big Texan, honest, powerful, honest. He had all this outward integrity that you could not miss. He was the kind of guy that anybody in his family or friend circle could call on any moment, and he would be there to help you no matter what it took, no matter what time of day it was. We knew that about him, and this was Stephen. I don't know what his spiritual integrity was because I never had enough of those conversations with him, and that's one of my biggest regrets after he's gone, is that I didn't make time to have those conversations. But when he was sick, in his final week, he was in the hospital, dying of cancer. Claire and I went to visit him, and we sat by his side, and he was very calm, he was very collected. We said our goodbyes, and his last words to me were, "I'll see you on the other side, brother." And I knew that he was in spiritual integrity. My mom died in April, and she was a bundle of joy. She was the most silly, joyful, playful person. She didn't care what anybody thought about her. She was the most unpretentious person I think I've ever met. She could start dancing at the drop of a hat for no reason whatsoever. She'd just start, "Hey, let's juke in. Hey, we're good looking. What you got cooking?" That was her thing. It didn't matter. She was a model of my model of integrity, of living exactly who you are from your heart. And she was a model of spiritual integrity. She was always seeking, learning, trying new things. One of Claire's favorite stories is talking to Mom about way back in the day, going to regular churches and Claire being like, "I get so pissed off when I go because the preacher tells me I got to do this and then I'm bad, da-da-da." And Mom would be like, "Well, I just go to the church and the preacher says something I like and that's great. And if they say something I don't like, I just ignore it." And Claire would be like, "I want to be like that." How do I be like that? My mom always did what she loved. She was a piano teacher. Then she started a business bringing students from around the world to place them in homestays in Hawaii. And then when she retired, she just tended to the most beautiful, amazing garden that you can't even imagine would exist in an urban environment, with fruits and trees of all sorts. And of course, she loved her grandkids. And when Mom passed, she passed peacefully with all of her by her side, all of her family. In my dad's last week, my sister and I knew it was getting close, and so for 24/7, we sat there by his side holding his hand so that he would know he was not going to die alone. And we held his hands. As the days got shorter and we got closer, he would hold our hands a little tighter, and I remember him wide-eyed, looking up at the ceiling, just his eyes fixed, like he was afraid to close them for fear of letting go of this life. And then at the last moment, my sister and I were there, we're holding his hands, and he took his last labored breath and let it out. And as he finished that breath, a single tear ran down the right side of his face. And I knew that at that moment of passing through that door, that he had finally seen something so incredibly, indescribably beautiful that it brought him to tears. And I finally saw my dad cry. So my friends, I want to encourage you all to not wait until the end, to live your best life right now while you can, to let your integrity shine. Be who you are meant to be in this world. Do what you're meant to do in this world. Love everyone like it's the most important thing in the world, because it truly is. Thanks.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are. And nothing else matters. Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view. And nothing else matters. Never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they know. So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they know. But I know. I never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I why don't you say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view. And nothing else matters. Never cared for what they say. Never cared for games they play. Never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they know. And I know, yeah, yeah, so close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are. No, nothing else matters.
Metallica. If you would have told me when I was a kid that I was going to go to church someday and Metallica was going to be one of the hymns that we were going to hear sung. I don't even know what to tell you about that. Eric, Dave, thank you. That was amazing. Kevin, and thank you. That was amazing. Anybody, especially of the male variety, raised with the false belief that it's not okay to cry in public? Yeah? I remember watching the movie Philadelphia. You guys remember that movie? Tom Hanks? In the theater with my girlfriend. And not being able to stop crying and feeling so wrong for doing that, for feeling so wrong to have those emotions, that sadness as a man in this society. And Kevin, I thank you for setting an example and being okay to cry in public. Eric's song brought a tear to my eye, and it was everything I could do to not wipe that away before I came up here in front of you. So thank you all for being here today. Jane is going to come up and lead us in a prayer.
I want to just start by dwelling in gratitude for what we have been vibrating with today. And moving from there into gratitude for the beings we are, just exactly as we are. Perhaps after that talk with a little bit of awareness of a place you want to grow or come more into integrity, but beautiful already, exactly as you are. There's nothing we have to become in order to be perfect as we are. There are green forms in front of you, and there's a QR code right there on the screen that you can snap to put into words what you want to claim in your life or for friends or for our world. But what I encourage you in that claim is to begin with the first principle. There is only one, the I am. And the second principle is I am that. So whatever it is, whether it's wholeness, strength, loving relationships, peace, don't put it outside of you or those for whom you are praying. Claim it as identity. I am peace. I am love. I am strength. I am wholeness. Whatever it may be. Claim that. Let us hold that with you. Don't tell us a story of what's wrong. We don't want to be in solidarity around an idea that something is wrong. We want to hold in solidarity the rightness that we are stepping into, the awareness that, oh, there's a gap between the truth of me and what I'm expressing in my life. And I'm going to claim who I am. So let's take a minute right now and put that in writing. Because it's so powerful when you stake a claim in words. And together, let us just claim joy and gratitude for the ones we are. We are the life, the love that flows through all that is. We are that. And we go forth into this world just as a blessing. Like a disco ball just shines light in every direction. We are doing that just by being the truth of who we are. It's so beautiful. Love vibrating. And as a community, as we all recognize that that's what we're doing here, what a beautiful light. No wonder we're growing. Everyone can feel the love vibrating in this room. And so it is. Let's put this into song.
Breathe in and know I am. Be still and know I am. Let go and know I Let go and know
Beautiful stuff, Dave. Beautiful stuff, Soulshine. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Now's the time where you get to return that gratitude. This is the time for our offering.
Welcome visitors.
Are we welcoming visitors first? We are. See, this is what happens when I don't come up with my cheat sheet. When they say, I'm going to wing it. Thankfully, Claire is here to help me keep me between the guardrails. All right, we're welcoming visitors. I can't believe I'm forgetting this part. It's one of my favorite days. And I see lots of new faces out here. If you're new, if you've never been here before, or maybe you've been here only a few times, but you haven't introduced yourself, we'd love it if you'd be willing to hold your hand up a little bit and say, hey, this is my name, and I'm so grateful to be here. Perhaps you're not grateful to be here. You're just... You don't have to say that, of course, but if you are and you want to introduce yourself, we'd love to get to know you. Anybody out there with the courage to say hi? I see some hands up over here. I see a brave young man. Miss Claire's going to come around with a mic so we can hear it online.
Gio.
Oh. Welcome, Gio.
And he's got his whole arts and crafts set up going
right.
here. Man.
Any other brave
Anyone
newcomers?
else want to say hi?
I see one here near the front row. Oh, couple more.
We have to use a mic so that the people online can hear you. So.
Hello, I'm John. This is my first time here, and I've wonderful community, and I thank you very much for including me here this morning. It's just a beautiful service. Thank you.
Welcome, John. We're glad you're here.
Hi, I'm Cheryl, John's wife. And it actually is Cheryl, but my granddaughter decided to make it Cher. And yes, it was a very beautiful service. Thank you. Absolutely enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl.
And this is Reese.
Can I have the other one?
Anyone else? Good.
Aloha. It was so lovely to be welcomed on your opening slide in the language of my home state. I'm from Honolulu. I'm Reverend Margie Hyatt. It is a joy to celebrate here with you this morning. Aloha.
Welcome. Thank you. But wait, there's more.
Hi, I'm Michelle Boucher. My husband Ron came a couple weeks ago. I finally got to come. And unfortunately, we are only part-time here. So if you don't see us here regularly, that's because we don't live here. So
that's not unusual in this town.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
They're watching online, right?
Yeah, we will. So thank you.
You can always join us online. All right. Thank you, guys. This is more.
Hi, I'm Krista. First time, and I'm here with Ann, my best friend, who already called me out, so, you know. What could I do? It was lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Krista. Oh, they're getting braver by the minute.
Hi, I'm Eli. This is my second time, and I said my name last time too, so I'm just saying it twice now. But I'm really feeling blessed to be here and thankful for all these beautiful faces. So thanks.
Excellent. We're grateful you're here. Thank you. Any more? That's it? All right. Claire, what am I doing next?
Mass offering.
Let's grab that cheat sheet. Now is the time for offering. Okay. Can I have my greeters? Well, the greeters. They're not mine. Too much possession in this world. Thank you. All right. If you are new here and you want to stay in the loop with our community, there's a blue card in the seat back in front of you. Put that tray table to the side. There you go. Russell's showing us an example. You can go ahead and put your information on there. Basically, it's going to put you on our email list, and you'll get a weekly email from our production team telling you what's going on in our community and what's happening with next week's talk. Next week's talk, by the way, is yours truly. I'm grateful to be here on the first day of Advent. We're going to take a look at some miracles. The miracle of the birth of Jesus Christ, for starters, the man popularly known as Jesus Christ. We're also going to take a look at the miracle of some floating yogis in India, as well as some miracles that ventured in my life, including an interaction with a burning bush after a challenge to God, which you might want to hear about. So that is next week, and I'm not kidding, by the way. Genuine miracle. Speaking of miracles, let's go ahead and fill these baskets up with your gratitude and appreciation for this beautiful service we've had here today, this beautiful community. You can also contribute online with the, sorry guys, you can keep going, I can talk over, I got a loud voice. You can also contribute online via text or the QR code, if that's easier for you. All right, now we're going.
Are you sure?
I'm shutting up, I promise. I don't do that well.
I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. And thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. I got gratitude in my heart. In my heart. Gratitude in my soul. In my soul, baby. I just want to say thank you.
Mahalo.
And I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. You'll be humming that for the rest of the week.
All right, my cheat sheet tells me now. It's time to bless this offering. All right, all together now. From the love of pure spirit within us, we bless these spirits. We set these spirits bless and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief. They do good work in the world and return to us multiplied abundantly. And so it is. All right, thank you. All right, now's the time we're going to go back out into that world. Back into all the hurrying and the rushing, the roundabouts, the people not using them correctly, all the opportunities to other. And so we have this prayer of intention here so we can hold in our hearts and we can try and not do that so much. That's all we can do is try and be a little bit better people in this world.
There is no choice.
All right, Yoda. He's got a point.
Wisdom.
All right, let's read our prayer of intention as we head out in this world. Holy light shines within and all around me, a presence of love that is always there. I am that presence. I am a radiant field of love energy. I am holy light. My essence cradles and guides me. I am a gift in this world. I go forth from here in joy to bless this world with my loving light. Thank you, everyone. Let that loving light shine. We need it. Have a great day.
Whoa, yeah, yeah. I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you. Merci beaucoup. I just want to say thank you. And have a great week. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for